9 out of 10 Carolina 7-footers over the years are never going to switch on to Carlos Boozer and be asked to defend him one-on-one with the game on the line. In fact, Carolina for many, many years used to do that shading technique on a high ball screen so that the guy they didn't want isolated on someone who could dribble and take you off the dribble so that they didn't end up with that matchup. They trust not only Henri Veesaar to do what he just did, and you just stopped or at least complicated Carlos Boozer's final minute attempt to win the game enough. And it wasn't the only time. I think Veesaar did that 2 or 3, maybe 4 times to Cameron Boozer over the course of the game. Meanwhile, on offense, Carolina historically has not often asked a 7-footer to initiate offense from farther away than catching the ball in the post. That just doesn't happen very often in the UNC system. And there were many times tonight, many times throughout this season, that Henri Veesaar, he hits threes, which is unusual for most 7-footers, right? At least at the college level, certainly historically. The guys from Estonia and in Europe far more often, and it's becoming more commonplace in the USA. But in the European game, just because you're the tallest guy in the room doesn't mean you're not going to be asked to learn how to dribble and to play on the perimeter and defend on the perimeter. So all this is kind of ingrained in Henri Veesaar, but it is extremely unusual for a 7-footer to be asked to do at either end of the court what Hubert Davis is asking and getting of Henri Veesaar. That's why the guy has become one of the half a dozen best players in this league. And I think Coach was right.